Hi there, Chris Newman, Truth and Consequences. Topic today, what is your purpose in life? This may seem a well-worn question, but it goes to the heart of every human activity and relationship, and in your life it is an essential matter, and if you haven't resolved it, well, maybe it's time. So let's look at what is the existential idea, which is what floats around out there in society as the purpose in life. Oh, there we go. To do your own thing. I'm just doing my own thing, hanging out, whatever suits me. Oh, make lots of money. That's a real purpose. That'll keep you going all your life. And if you want to, you can have a mortgage and make extra money for the bank. To own lots of things. I need to have a big house, lots of cars and stuff, lots of threads to wear. The more things I own, the more successful I am. Oh, plenty of sex. Some folk are driven by that. Interesting. That's their purpose. I don't know how far that could take you, but it seems a fairly, possibly a dead end. Power and control. My purpose in life is to control others and be the boss of everything. And knowing how powerful I am and how super I am, you have to follow me and obey me. My career, my purpose in life, my career, I'm going to be a doctor and I'm going to save people. Or I'm going to be a rocket scientist and go to the moon. Whatever. My career is so important, that is driving everything. Never mind other concerns about looking after your parents or the environment or whatever. My career is so important, I must sacrifice everything for it, including my happiness. Status and respect. My purpose in life is to have high status so that everyone will respect me and know that I'm important. You could fill your life with seeking for that and getting a position on being the chairman of this board, or having membership in this important society, and everyone will think you're wonderful. Have a family, that's a good one. To have a family would be quite a good purpose in life. But if it's centered on you, so your family exists so you can have love from them, is a very poor attitude. But all of these things here have partial aspects of satisfying our purpose, of course. But in their fullness, no. What about perfecting myself? I can be the perfect person. I can go to workshops and learn about how to perfect my spirituality and go and build up my muscles and have perfect muscles and get my skin perfectly toned and be perfect in myself, and everything will be perfect that I am, except that you're going to age. So that is limited. Just surviving. Wow. My purpose in life is just to get through today and survive for another day of suffering. Seems rather grim, doesn't it? To win. I'm a winner. Everything I do, I'm the best at. I'm going to win. I'm going to overcome. That seems to need others to defeat, doesn't it? Fairly poor. To make a masterpiece. I'm going to make the perfect sculpture, or build the perfect car, or invent something that's going to save everybody. Making a masterpiece is fine, but if that's all you're doing, it becomes a very narrow road. Let's look at something a little more comprehensive. There's a quote in the Bible, which is in Genesis, and it says, God created man, and he blessed them, saying, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, and have dominion over it. I've put this down here. We call this the three blessings purpose. To be fruitful, to multiply, and to have dominion. What does this break down into? Because if it's coming from God, surely it's got a bit more going than just our own invention. Maybe this purpose is more grand and more wonderful than we imagined. Be fruitful is about personal development, about going through the stages of growth from your childhood through your youth into your adulthood, and being fruitful is producing outcomes. And what is the greatest outcome that you can develop from your own investment in your own life? It would be your character. to have a heavenly character. A heavenly character would be being fruitful in God's blessing purpose, because you would have completed your individual responsibility. Perhaps you're literate, you know how to serve others, you make a good omelette, you're able to read, write, to sing, to glorify others and learn how to relate to others would be a good start from your own personal development. And then in multiply, we extend that personal blessing to the next level where we are involved in social extension. So I put a circle, so you go out from your own individual existence through your family to community, society and so on. You would enter, when you're ready, for courtship, a wedding, have a family life. As you mature further, community responsibilities, invest in your own society, your culture. So you'd be contributing and multiplying the blessing through to the heavenly kingdom purpose. And then the interesting one for a lot of folk is to have dominion, which is being creative. In the creation, we are able to indulge or invest or participate in using our gifts to build reality, create reality with our own investment. For example, people have been creative in agriculture or farming or architecture. In other words, our food supply, where we live, how we support the community, how we look after each other, technology, arts, sciences, all these expressions of the human original idea. And through these we find satisfaction and joy because we're working with others, we're doing projects and so on. Investing in God's kingdom idea. We know how to love the animals, the trees, the mineral kingdom, how to work with the creation around us. So our three best blessing purpose is quite comprehensive, and I've drawn this one as a kind of expanding, not a pyramid, but an expanding levels of investment and activity. Creative at the heart of all of what we do is our creative free will, which is applied to build God's kingdom. So he invested, as we said in that Genesis, in Adam and Eve and their family. God invested his heart so that would extend through them into all creation. So his human family is like a channel of God's creative energy going through human beings into expressing God's love for all of creation and purpose to build reality, substantial reality on earth and in the spiritual world. And the elements that flow through this is life, love and truth. So life, love and truth together contribute or support purpose and meaning. This is a very thin road when you look at this existential course that most societies teach their members they have to do. A very thin road. It has elements taken from this heavenly vision, but inadequate, not structured, not interlinked, and not unified. This is a unified vision for the human life. So what is your purpose in life? Is it just to exist and find your own satisfaction somehow, drawing elements from around you? Or is it to be integrated in the middle of a web of heavenly relationships that support you and in turn you support others, and the whole thing lifts up into the heavenly kingdom vision? I suggest this is more fun, it's more joyful, it's got eternal life flowing through it, and in every way it satisfies the heart of every man and woman, every boy and girl, and it is integral with the nature that we have that's deep within our soul. What is your purpose in life? There are truths and consequences to the decisions you make on how you exercise your free will and where you flow with it. I suggest this structure here behind me makes more sense, and I offer it to you for your consideration and your commitment. Thank you, Chris Newman.